Hey, what up everybody, this is Stevie Breach coming to you. San Francisco 49ers, I'm going to say, pull out a victory by the skin of their teeth against the New England Patriots, 41-34 tonight on Sunday Night Football. Their first of two games back-to-back with the world watching on prime time. I'm going to put this all on my back, and the reason why I'm going to trash this game is the Niners gave up 28 points in a row, almost blew this game at the end of the third and the whole fourth quarter playing. Unlike 49er football, New England's a damn good team. You cannot let them in any games you can do. I'm going to say this is 100% my fault, 49er fans, and anybody else who's watching. By the time I left work, the Niners were up pretty decisively, 31-10. When I got in my truck and decided to drive home, I felt like the Niners sort of had this in the bag. I even trash talked a couple of people who were thinking that the Niners didn't have a chance to play Seattle next week. I'm telling everybody, this is a 49er team that went into Lambeau and they beat the Packers this year. This is the team that went into New England and kicked the butts of the New England Patriots in Foxborough. How can we be a team that's going to look at it like it's our disadvantage to go play somebody on the road? We beat two of the division leaders on the road in their own house, and now we're going on to play one of our rivals at their house, and people are going to look at us like we're going to roll over and play dead. I think Tom Brady looked out and said, "Hey, Stevie Breach, a 49er fan, didn't even have the respect for us to turn the game on the radio, and he is currently listening to Jason Aldean on his way home. I'm going to go out and I'm going to rush for a touchdown up the middle. I'm going to throw another one to Aaron Hernandez, and I'm going to let Woodward rush one up the middle, and what do you know, we have a tie game." Yes, I came home and I shit my pants. I didn't know what the hell had happened. I felt like I had been punched in the gut 7 times. I trashed all these people at work, and I'm going to have to turn around to drive back to work tomorrow with my tail between my legs because the Niners gave up a huge lead to roll over and play dead to New England Patriots. What happened in there, I really haven't seen, and I don't know, but that would have sucked if we would have lost. Came home, Kaepernick was able to, put his head on his shoulders. People are going to look at this game and say that, Kaepernick threw for 4 touchdowns with 200 yards and say that, this was a good game playing against New England. I am going to go out on my own and say, even though he threw 4 touchdowns, I think this is the worst games Kaepernick has had since he took over this team. I think he had a lot of pressure riding on his hands. You could tell, even though the football was wet and it was cold in New England, he was dropping the ball a lot. It was like, hiking the ball is the number one job of the quarterback. They do it over and over and over again in practice. But, sometimes when the game's on the line and it comes down to it, the ball goes bloop, and you dropped it. It's the easiest thing to do in football, and sometimes the quarterback can drop it if he doesn't have the game on his shoulders. I don't think this is the best game that Kaepernick has had. Am I a guy that, thinks that putting Kaepernick in is, a disadvantage for our team, and, we should have not made that switch? Yes, but we're too late. We're too far into it. I can't, hold up my Alex Smith sign saying, let Alex play. It's Kaepernick's football team, and we're going to have to live on his arm and his feet and see what it's going to bring us. The Niners defense really took this game for us. I think you can 100% give it to them. Aldon Smith wasn't able to, get the sack today to get closer to that rushing record, but he still has a couple games to pick up those 3 sacks. So I was hoping Brett Favre would be able to quarterback one of those last games and lay down for Aldon so he could take it. But he did get an interception for a pick. Carlos Rogers had a pick interception for a long run back, almost half the football field. The 49ers, defense was the highlight of the pregame. Everybody was talking about how hard this defense is, and the reason why we are is who we are. So anybody who didn't know a whole bunch about the 49ers coming into this game was our defense is going to be great, and they lived up to everything that was there. It was good to see Michael James take over some of the kick returns for this team. Good to see his feet out there. Hopefully Ted Ginn doesn't go to waste. I think he's been a good member of this football team as long as they're not trying to run reverses with him at the receiver or do those quick, basically at the line passes to him. he's a good member of this team, and I hate to see him go to the wayside. David Akers was able to make his 5 extra points as well as 2 field goals for us. It's good to see him out there. Akers is always the point right now that when he comes out there, I don't think of him as automatic anymore. I sort of look the other way as he kicks sometimes, because as good as he was last year, I just don't have that faith in him this year. We got a great game from Frank Gore. If you want a great example of how I think he took this game on his back, and he really put it in there. Think of the touchdown that came early in the third quarter when they were on the 3-yard line. Kaepernick fumbled the snap pretty much, and the ball rolled to Gore. Gore picked it up and said, "Fuck all this. I'm taking it in the end zone," and turned nothing into something there, and put us up at that point. I believe it was 24-3, and damn good game from the 49ers. Like I said, this is the team that we went and we beat New England on the road. We beat Green Bay on the road. And I don't see why in the world people would think we're just going to lay down for Seattle. Seattle's a good team. I heard they hung 50 again today. But we're 10-3 going into this game. Seattle 9-5ish somewhere in there. But this is a damn good football team, and I'm going to live by that, and whatever happens next week happens, but I have full faith in this 49er football team, and our defense, and members of our offense to pull this off. This is Kaepernick's team now, and it is what it is, and we're going to have to do what we do. 49er fans, I'll see you next week. I really appreciate you guys checking me out and letting us know what's going on in Gold Nation there. Gold-blooded!